enough to wake a hibernating bear. Flying without coffee, well, that's just taxiing through life. After breakfast, I walk around my airplane. Every rivet, every tire, every control surface. Out here, airplanes don't forgive shortcuts. Treat them right, and they'll bring you home. I've spent more years than I can count flying these mountains. Medicine, groceries,
touchdown at sunrise, wheels on the sand, mapped every mile with a steady hand, uniformed and slide, we're clearing the haze from mountain high runways to Caribbean bays. The sky with passion and purpose, watch our colors fly. This cockpit's our playground, the clouds set us free. Missing home sometimes, but where else would we be?
What's up, folks? Welcome to the FSBN channel. My name is Jason, and we're being in the little pocket rocket. We've got a 600 flight over to Jamaica today. It's gonna be fun. I've got a load SPAD. I'm delayed. We had some thunderstorms passing over our place earlier today, so it was a little, you don't want to start your computers with thunderstorms blasting. I've got to make sure we got the right deal here. We haven't been in a 737 in a minute, so this is going to be a real fun flight for us. I'm just trying to see where my crap is. You know what? This is kind of weird. Okay, we should be hooked up. Just want to make sure we've got throttles good. All right, folks, I hope you had a good week. Everything is wrong on this panel. It's not actually dialed into our specs. But like I said, it just loaded up. I didn't have time to do anything, so here we are. Now, weird. Why is that not working? Simat Pro, I got to get that fired up. I thought it was fired up. Apparently not. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, and we're going to restart that because we need our hardware working and all that good stuff. Cody, what's going on, man? Cody's checking in. Love the 600. I think the 600 is awesome. Antoine, how you doing, buddy? Looking good. Good evening, crew. Hope everyone is doing well. We got John in the house as well. How is it going, man? If you're just checking in, you're wondering about really three things: do it right, learn something, and have a good time. We like to have fun here. I just want to make sure all the devices are going to be working with this wind control. I've got 2 CDUs we got to get online. I got an MCP we got to get online, and all other stuff. Looks like we've got a good light, so we should have stuff ready to go for you. And let's make sure we're good here. You guys can see. Let me just throw this. You got the yoke. We got the throttle quadrant. Got my computers and the MCP up on top, so we should be good to go. I'll shut that off now. All right, so just want to make sure that's good. That's good. We'll get the gate connected to the aircraft. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done anything yet. Oh my gosh. Where is my... Guys, it's been a hot minute since I've been in a 737. It really, truly has. It's been a... I'd probably say... Gosh, close to... I'm sure that even the data might not even be correct. Let me look. How do you do this again? You're probably asking me, well, what have you been flying? Well, I can't tell you, but I've been flying something. FMC, let's check this out. We're going to go to menu, FMC, init, index, ident. All right, we want to check the AIRAC data. It is updated, so that's a good thing. We have 22,000 pounds of thrust on the aircraft. It's a 737-600 tonight, or today. And there we go, AIRAC 2608. We're good for August until September 3rd. All right, so that's good, primo. Jamaica, guys, it's about an hour, 49 minutes by the time we get there. It's pretty quick, not too shabby. I've got to find out. There it is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull in the data. At least I got this from SimBrief. Guys, I already looked at our NOTAMs, so I went ahead, looked at the NOTAMs. I actually printed our dispatch release out today. No NOTAMs that are really going to smack us too far. We do have some weather in Miami we're going to have to take care of before we get out of here. Some rain approaching the airport as we speak, which is generally normal at this time of the day in Florida. You've got, you know, all this sea breeze dies, and then the thunderstorms just are building over Florida. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. Cody, I hope you're well, man. We got to catch up, dude. So I know school started for you and everything again, and you're probably busy working, but we do have to catch up. A lot has happened between, you know, within the span of 3 weeks, so it's been pretty crazy. I'm going to click Operate Jetway here. Let's get... What the heck did I push? I don't know what I pushed. Shelton, what's up, buddy? He says, good evening, Captain. Hope the week was good. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both parasites. That's pretty good, man. Gotta love it. It's a good dad joke. That makes me laugh. Good stuff. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and get this rocking and rolling. We're going to fire it up like it's a turnaround. Okay, this is a 13 push, 1300 push. It's about 12:30 right now, so let's get this thing going. We're going to do a quick align. So we're going to go flip it down. We're going to go to the FMC here. And let's go ahead and dial that in. I don't know if you guys can see that right here, but we're going to go to init ref. I'm going to go throw the gate in, Miami. MIA is right there. Gate, I think, is Gulf, if I can't remember, I think it's Gulf something or other. Where the heck is it? 10, 4, where are we? Let me look at my charts. Hello. That's Gulf 6, not even close. I thought I was kind of accurate, and I'm not. So we're going to go G6. G6, throw it in there on left 3 or L3. That is the same position. We're going to drop that in there, and then let's go with the overhead. We're going to go flip it right on back to nav. And nav, we got that lit, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this up. We got to get our 8 cars fired up. Right on back down to the FMC. We're going to do this kind of quick stuff, pretty fast. All right, let's click the route. And you see this data link. I wonder if the data link works on this one. Probably it does, but let's leave it alone for now. Okay, I'm just going to request the flight plan. It should be saved into the system. It is Miami to Sangster. We're going to go 370 on the altitude today. It looks like 0 fuel weight, 109.03 on the reserve. We're probably going to get more than that. There's no way I calculated with 3,000 pounds of fuel left. That's probably not accurate at all. How about 6.8? That's about right. Even going to Jamaica, there's an op spec for that, so you don't need an alternate. You don't need like an island alternate for this, so that's good. Okay. Runway. Let's go get the weather here out of Miami. Really quick weather in Miami right now. Winds 1805 knots, looking at 10 miles visibility. A few clouds at 20 and 100 scattered at 12,000 broken at 16,000 broken again at 25. That's just because of that thunderstorm that's approaching. Temperature's 29, dew point 23, altimeter is 3003. Looks like temperature is 84 degrees, 70% humidity. And as approaching cell is coming, that's what we're working with today, all right? So 180, probably going to be blasting off out of here, 8 right. We are going to be on VATSIM today, and we might have to back up with say intentions. So if VATSIM's off, we'll do the say intentions route, and vice versa. I'm going to click load. It is loaded up. Good to go. And I'll get the runway. I'm sure it's going to be 8 right here, guys. So I'm just going to go 08 right. We'll throw that in L3. Okay, we'll clear that. Activate, execute. Now I'll have to do that again. 08 right. Do it early. You got to do it again usually. All right, let's go to the arrivals, departures. Departures. It looks like we're going to be taking the Guava 2 flight out of here. It sends us south. That's probably good. Reverses transition. Yes, we want that. And then Jamaica's got a wonky, probably the Omaxi 7 with the the Ernie, and then execute. Probably going to be ILS 7 tonight. Omaxi transition. We'll execute that. We might do an RMP approach. It just depends. Let's go ahead and get really quick. I just got to view the flight plan. We'll get the flight plan filed, which I'm going to do right now. We'll file on the network, and let's get that going. I wish I was going to Jamaica, to be honest with you. It would have been really nice. Sean, what's up, my man? I hope you're doing well. Having a good time. I'm planning on flying this evening. We do need to catch up. We definitely need to catch up. There's a lot has happened, my friend. A lot of growth in the last couple weeks. Let's see, we've got Simbrief, we're on there. We're good to go. I'm just getting this Riptide. That is our call sign. Good. Now it is filed. That sim's got me, and flight is going to be 126. So flight 126 today. By the way, you guys, say intentions is actually getting really good. So RPT 126. We are a Boeing 737-600 today. I'll click connect. Let's see what we got. I haven't even looked at that. I want to see if anybody's online. Looks like we don't have. We have Houston online. Looks like Auto ATC. All right, let's connect say intentions, and we can get some traffic going here too. Once we get that pulled up, we'll get sailing intentions on, we'll get the airplane loaded, we'll get the fuel on board, and all that good stuff. Yes. So sailing intentions is firing up. We're going to go ahead and get our ACARS pulled up. A lot of little things that have to get going in the sim, as you guys know. A lot of you know this already. It takes a while to get this thing fired up. And that's good. We will disconnect there. Like I said, the equipment on this aircraft is too new. A lot of things should be old, including everything you see here, and I just haven't had time to update that. Okay, Curtis, what's going on, buddy? Hopefully you're well. Is that Danny I saw? Yep, Danny, what's up? Yeah, man, going to Jamaica. Yes, we are. I wish we were really going to Jamaica. That'd be awesome. Get out, hit the beach. That's what I'm doing right away. Okay, guys, we got some traffic in Jamaica. Let's go and get the aircraft serviced. We'll get the fuel on board, and I'll do that right now. So we're going to go to menu. We're going to go to settings. I'm going to click ground. We'll go ground services. And it's going to be interesting because I haven't flown this aircraft in a long time. Like, I just want to request a fuel truck. I haven't flown it in a while. Looks like our fuel status. I'll tell you block fuel right now. Block fuel, we have 14.2 on the blocks. So we'll set that right there. 14,200 pounds. We'll be landing with 6.8. That gives us about an hour 23 minutes of reserve. We needed it. All right, they're coming, and we'll go next page. Let's take a look at that. Is anybody on board right now? I have to just delete if there's any payload. Yeah, we'll set empty. Okay, so I like to set it and start with an empty payload as the fuel truck's coming. Ground services again. Pull this over. It's attaching the fuel. Okay, once we get the fuel up, we're good to go. We already got the legs and everything running here. We're going to go ahead and pull this. We've got Baller, and I'll brief you. A proper briefing. I really want to do that today. Give you a good briefing. Got Baller, mint, rum, guava. As you can see there, Ursus. We've got guava clams, Elrod, Ursus, and then a weird. Jamaica has this like a DME arc. Very odd how they do that, and that's probably because of the terrain on the south side of the island that we can hit, and we don't want to do that. So we kind of want to stay away from the mountains. You know, something about mountains and airplanes just doesn't mix very well. So we have some issues here too. I'm going to go ahead and look at this procedure hold on maxi, vectors on maxi. So you can see how this is all jacked up. We want to clean that up a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull that last one in, and we're going to dump it right over the top there, and then I'll execute that. And that should clean the route up for us a little bit, and I'm going to start the fueling process now. Okay, we're fueling, and I'm going to start boarding. So I'm going to call for boarding. Let's get that done. This is a quick aircraft to board. We're just only 100. How many passengers? Like 110 total. It's a smaller aircraft. Request boarding. Okay, we'll get that done. They're going to start boarding us. And you can see, you can like hear a whole bunch of stuff in the background. All right, legs page looks good now. We kind of went through this. Good to go. We're going to go get the route data ready to go now. Init ref coming in. Now you can do a couple things. You could request it. We'll see. I'm just going to try that. Or you can go old school and write it in old school, which we might have to do. We'll see. No, I don't want you to attach the tug, and nobody is boarding. All right. Good evening, Curtis. I hope you're doing well. I think I called you. By the way, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. It's free. Why not? All right, perf uplink. Let's click load. We're going to go ahead and pull that in. And just going to verify all this with your paperwork. You don't want to just blast off and trust all that. I've got 0 fuel 8 109. That is correct. Now that reserves is not correct. We're going to go 4.0 on the reserves. Cost index, they gave us 20. Are you serious? Could it get any worse than that? I'm just going to execute that. We can save it. And then we can kind of revise everything here. Cost index is 20. You didn't think, I mean, dispatch didn't give us, it's 20. They didn't give us better than that. 370, that sucks. Altitude, top altitude 370, we'll hit that. And we got cruise winds 120.5, negative 46 up at altitude today. And our fuel blocked out 14.2. So 14,200 pounds. That's good to go. N1 limit. Now we're going to hold off on that. Let's go ahead and check out our trusty. A couple ways you could do this. I'm going to use VTP to do this with a performance tool. Now this is a 600. So if you have a problem taking off in a 600 out of an airport, you got a problem. This 600 is a lot of juice. There's a lot of juice in the aircraft. There's a lot of power on those engines. It's a small little airplane, and let me tell you, there shouldn't be any problem with a 600 blasting off out of here, especially out of Miami. Nice long runways. We're going to go 22,000 pounds of thrust with winglets. Yes, sir. We don't have winglets on this aircraft. I wish we did. Okay, let's go. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to put the airport in. We're going to go Miami, outbound, and while they do that, we're going to go ahead and request clearance. Get our clearance. 8 right on the departure. I'm sure of it. It is dry conditions tonight. Optimum. Look like flaps auto off on, and our takeoff weight is going to be right around a whopping 122.6. Takeoff weight 122.6. We'll go back at 23% of the calculating tool. Oh crap. So what it's doing right now, it's just calculating the performance numbers, and see if I can show you guys. I think it's, I'll have to pull up my air nav here really quick. Let's get this over here. I'll get this pulled up. What is it? F2. I like to show you, so let's go ahead and pull this over. Let's look at our performance data, and then we'll go from there. How's that? Okay, so tonight, looking at flaps 1 today, 8 right full, 122.6. We are limited by an obstruction. Acceleration, engine out, acceleration height about 935 feet, so your typical 1,000 feet. Toro looks like 10.5. That Tora's available runway. 10.5, it's actually a little less than that. Yeah, that's Tora. Yep, that's our runway. We're at a D rate tonight at 18K. We'll do a double D rate tonight just because we have plenty of runway here. Trim's 5.75, looks like cell temp 32, and we're gonna go 118, 25, 30 with 127 on our RAF 40. So 18, 25, and 30 with a looks like a cell temp of 32. And we're going to go ahead and drop down 18K. So that is our performance numbers. I'm not done yet. Let's just go ahead and flip the runway graphic. Looks like all engines go. We'll be airborne by about 5,100 feet. Engine out go. We're looking at 5,700 feet. Obviously, we lose an engine. We're going to have a little more distance to cover. Acceleration and stop. At V1, we would stop 5,049 feet with a margin of 4,700 feet, guys. That's awesome. That's like pretty much balanced field for us, which means we could get up to V1, hit the brake, stop the aircraft, and have a lot of runway left to maneuver. We have 4,700 feet margin, and that's if we stopped at V1. If we did an abort at V1, that's what would happen. Pretty cool. Okay, so those are our numbers. They look great. Let's go ahead and do 18 on the D rate. So it's going to D rate down to 18, and then we're going to slap in 32. And take a look at your reduction. 88.3. Just want to make sure you're close to that number. Sorry, I grabbed the mic on you. It looks like V1 well, it says 87. So we're still in the green there. And then finally, we're going to go takeoff. We're going to throw in our flaps. We're going to flaps 1. CG's around 24. I said 23. It's probably around 24. And 118 on the V1 speed. 118. We'll slap that in there, and then we're going to go 125 for V2. 131. That's fine. Within a knot of V2. So we got 118, 25, 31 in the box. Good with those numbers. Are you guys good with those numbers? I hope so. Chat, you should be good with those numbers. Those are really, really favorable numbers for us. Okay, menu page, back to the FMC, and looks like we're going to check our route. Let's go to the legs page. Route data's coming up next. We're going to request those winds in. And as we get the aircraft configured, we'll start doing our flows here in just a minute after we get everything done. Fueler is done, so I can kick them off the aircraft. least the fuel truck helps that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and load. Sorry, you guys, I gotta load the upwind winds. Once we get that done and we get this box programmed, we'll go ahead and chat about the departure. We'll give you a briefing. Forecast is good. We're gonna go back to the descent page, take a look at forecast. We're gonna go ahead and load. It's gonna pull in. Now, normally it would send to ACARS. ACARS would upload it, uplink it in. So it's just kind of simulating that. Okay, that looks good. We're all done with the box, you guys. So the legs are good. Let's go to the next thing, and that's going to be a briefing. So let's go to the departure brief. We'll get the clearance, and we'll get the heck out of here. Looking like a SID. We're going to be flying the Guava departure.
This way.
Let me know if you guys can see it at home. Hopefully you can. Okay, we're taking the Guava departure out of Miami today.
Welcome on.
And looks like radar required, additional requirements on the AAUP. We're going to accelerate to 250 knots if able, and we'll advise the ATC if we can't.
This way.
Looks like for our aircraft and our speed, we're looking at about 150 knots. Looks like 1250. So look at the graph here, 150 knots to 200. We'll say 150. It looks like 1250, 500 feet per nautical mile. Let's see what we got. 8 right is standard or lower than standard if authorized with a minimum climb of 500 feet per minute to 520 feet, then 235 feet per nautical mile to 1400. So can we maintain 520 feet for per nautical, or 500 feet per nautical mile to 520 feet? The answer is this aircraft, yes. So let's hit that. We're going to do 1250 on the rate, and that'll be perfect for us. So climb gradient's great, no problem there. We're going to Baller, so we'll take off, we'll, make that right turn to Baller. We're going to go Mint to Rum, then to Guava, and then we're going to go to Glams, and then Elrod, and then Ursus. Looks like top altitude 5,000 feet till we can bust out, and we'll just keep it on the low end. And that's the departure brief there. We're going to go to the airport right here. Looks like we have some construction over Miami. Looks like it's over here. So we'll avoid, okay, we're going to avoid that area. Normally it's on Papa. So Papa is now closed. So we're going to have to go Papa, Zulu, or Quebec. We probably have to go Quebec up here. We'll simulate that. How's that? We'll simulate this construction. And we'll stop it right there. So Quebec is the route we want to take. So airport information, let's throw that in really quick. We are going to be pushing back, nose to the left. We'll start, probably do a single engine taxi, and then we'll go down to Quebec, fire it up around here. We'll fire both of them up, and then we'll make sure we got a good warm up on those motors before we blast off on runway 8. Okay, that's the plan anyway. Let's talk about some abort stuff. If there's anything that occurs below 80 knots, we'll stop the aircraft. Anything above 80 knots to V1, so that 131. We'll stop with engine fire, engine failure. If we have any fear that the aircraft's not going to continue to fly, or if there's wind shear alerts and or warnings, we'll stop the aircraft. I'll go throttles to idle, pull reversers, slap the speed brakes on, and we'll go full brakes. Taxi off the runway. We'll find out what happened. We'll evaluate the situation. We'll go from there. Excuse me. Drink. Do you guys have any questions on that? Let's talk about a threat. I do want to talk about threats. Threats are important, so we will discuss. This is a new one. Dang it. I like my old one. I like the old clock, not the new crap. Good. The resets, pain in the neck. So talk about a threat here. We're going to be on VATSIM, so we're going to have some traffic. We'll make some radio calls on VATSIM along with say intentions. So we'll just check our traffic alerts, and I'll take a look at the chart, the live traffic chart that I have pulled up. So that's going to be a threat, and to mitigate that threat, we're going to monitor the radio. Okay? Good. You guys should chime in if you'd like to on the chat. That's nice to see you. Let's go get the clearance. And I already know what I need to do. I need to switch my audio settings into this audio microphone. All right, no I don't. We're good to go. Let's give a call. Where are we? Miami Center, and we are flight 126. Miami Center, Riptide, flight 126, looking for IFR over to Jamaica. I don't know if that heard me, but we'll find out. I want to know if you guys can hear the ATC. It doesn't look like...
126 cleared to Sangster via the Guava 2 departure, then is filed. Initial climb and maintain 5,000, departure on 120.5, squawk 3414, and your departure runway was changed to 9er.
Why? Okay, well, we got a runway change to 9. That's fine by me. Usually that's not the case. Okay, we're looking at the Guava 2 departure up to 5,000, 120.5, 3414 in the box, Southwest 126, excuse me, Riptide 126. I'm so used to saying that. It should be Riptide. I don't know why I reverted to my old school ways. I thought that was interesting. Are we good? All right, you didn't tell me read back correct, so I have no idea. Miami clearance, so Riptide 126, how is that clearance? Are we good? I think read back correct.
Riptide 126, read back incorrect, cleared to Sangster via the Guava 2 departure, then is filed. Initial climb and maintain 5,000, departure on 120.5, squawk 3414. Let me know you got information, Oscar.
Okay, Guava 2 up to 5,000, 120.5, 3414. We'll expect runway 9, Riptide 126. That should be
Riptide 126, read back correct.
So runway 9, we're going to do a runway change. It's going to change the brief just a little bit. It won't change our performance numbers because runway 9 is actually a bigger runway than the other one. So we can satisfy that. That is not a problem. So what I'm going to end up doing is holding off a little bit on that. Let's go to departures. We'll click departures here. I'm going to go runway 9er. It's going to delete our takeoff speeds. That is fine. We'll go to N1 limit here. We're still going to do 32. We'll keep it at 18 because those numbers satisfy what we needed. We're going to go 118. We're going to keep those same numbers, guys. 118, 125, 131. I know what you're saying, but we have a bigger runway. So you know we had 4,000 feet to stop even on a smaller runway like this. But with runway 9, the taxi is going to suck because it's a massive, it's a long taxi. So we got about 15 minutes before we go. Let's go ahead and get a test going. I'm just going to do quick flow. We'll get that out here. User cap, that's normal. Let's go and check that. Lights off. Box good. Stall warning. Stick shaker. We got 3 green coming down. 2 pressures. Normal, normal, normal. Let's get the fuel. Shoot. You know what I forgot? I forgot my panel. Duh. I gotta get that pulled up. Gotta get that working. I haven't flown this aircraft in so long. It's been a long time, man. I can hear the ATC. Did you see the new wind control brake pressure gauge? No. Is that for a bus, Sean? I have the new tiller. You guys got to see the new tiller. I love it. I'm gonna put a video on a review I did. The tiller's excellent. They just do so good. Such a good work. All right, let's throw one of the fuel pumps on right now. We'll get the fasten seatbelt signs on. I gotta reach way over to do this. Where the heck is it? It's been so long since I flew this aircraft. All right, there we go. Seatbelt signs coming on, and window heat is going to be coming on now. Before you guys get confused with this window heat, sometimes it could get so hot you might not have a light on. You just got to check your lights, make sure they're good to go. Okay, that's good. That's off. 2 of those are off. Good to go there. 29,000. We'll climb up to 370, so 37,000 with a landing altitude. I want to say it's like 4 feet, so we're going to call this 0. Auto on the outflow. We're on the right side on the engine starter, so that's good to go. All right. Okay, coming over the MCP. Let's get her done. So MCP up here, we're going to do course now again. The Guava 2, we're taking that southbound runway, so things might change a little bit. Still the baller. 124 on the heading. Oh, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. You don't understand how nice this thing is. This is the MCP manipulating. That's really good here. 124 on the heading. Alright, looks like 131 on the speed right there. Flight director's coming on my side. I should have the master. I'll flip it on your side too. Good to go. Course 050, that's fine. Looks like 131, that's all set V2. And if we have to do a turnaround, we'll go ahead and turn around, come back, land runway 9, no problem. We're going to be under the weight as well. Let's go 5,000 feet. For 5,000 feet right there. It's good to go on the altitude. Coming on down. We're going to set that anti-skid to RTO. Let's go ahead and check the reflow on the fuel. Lights coming tested. And we'll just check our overhead panel, make sure it's good to go. Nice. Good. We're going to check the autopilot. Good. Done. Oxygen. Good. All the fun trim. Here we go. Let's go ahead and cut off. Good. Flip it back up. Drive it back. Too good there. And finally, nickel dime. Let's see the nickel test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Good. Dime check coming up. There's our dime. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your side. There we go. And last but not least, cargo. Good. 3414's in the box, and this is it. I'm going to test that really quick. That's at 0. We got 3 pins in there. Let's close. Let's get the cockpit door closed and say sayonara.
TCAS system test okay.
All right, thank you. TCAS system test okay. All right, we got 10 minutes. Let's fire the APU, and we're going to get out of here. APU is coming online right now. All 4 fuel pumps coming up. It looks like we are boarded, maybe. I think we are boarded already, right? You guys want to do a quick walk around? What do you think? Jason, what's the typical protocol of turning the window heat and probe heats on and off? Do you turn them on prior to push? Yes, so you're going to want, when we push, you're going to leave the probe heat off and the window heat on right now. So window heat comes on, probe heat's off, just like the setting we have. Once we get the engines fired, we'll go ahead and throw the probe heat on. Okay? So that's kind of how that works. As we're starting the APU, I do want to do a walk around quick. And I want to get out of here shortly. Got to show you guys the 600 from the outside. Nice little beautiful airplane. We're going to look at the AOA, the alpha vane right there. That's right there. And then the pitot tube, and you look at the tap probe. The tap probe is right there, so that's good to go. Look at the windows, make sure it's not cracked. Wipers are good. Radome is good and not blown out by a bird or something like that. And looking at our nose gear, you can see that looks good. You look at tire tread, all that good stuff. I'll come over here. Same thing on this one, 2 pitot tubes and the alpha vane. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know why it's like laggy, but it's super laggy right now. Looking at the static port right there. Make sure that's uncovered. Static ports up there too. Good deal. Now, I don't know if they modeled this on this aircraft. I don't think they did. Huh. That might be, it should be on this side of the airplane. So, dude, don't run me over. Whatever you do. This guy likes to run me over a lot. We got to stick our face in the blades, make sure they're good to go. I'd spin them right now just to make sure we have no cracks. Fan blades are in. They're going to be loose in there, guys. They're not tight right now. They'll get tight when you get going. This is pretty darn loud. This is going to be inhaling air. This is your pack. Now the pack's off, but we have a fan going on there. Make sure there's no oil under the cowl. You could go this way and check. I just look over here. Whoa. Oh man, I'm stuck. All right, let's go this way. Get out this way. I'll just look at the leading edge. This is where your fuel panel is. You want to make sure the fuel panel is closed, locked, good to go. Leading edge of the wing. You're just making sure there's no, bird strike or anything like that on those wings. You got the light there, static ports, or the static wicks on the aircraft. Aileron looks good. Your flaps looking good. The canoe fairings are on the aircraft. They're falling apart. Let's take a look at our tires. Make sure they're good to go. We got meat on the brakes and the tire tread. No flat spots or like cables. We'll stick our head in the heart of the aircraft, and that's right here. You're looking at it. This is where the heartbeat is. All the hydraulic fluid and tanks are in here. You know, if we lost this, if we have a fire in the wheel well, we're gonna have a big problem, folks. I mean, there's a way to put it out. You can just drop the gear. That's one way of doing it. Get all that airflow in there, puts it out. But that's considerably nasty if you can get one of a fire in there. Usually happens when you're on takeoff. You blow out a tire and then you retract it, retract the gear. That's when you can have a real big problem. Stabilizers look good. Elevator looks good, and of course the EPU in the back. And it's loud back here. You would need hearing protection. It's super loud. Good, rudder's good. Why is that back door open? What are the flight attendants doing back there? We'll make sure the outflow is good to go, and I see that. Is that a bullhorn? Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Mess with that all the time. Again, same thing on this side. Make sure the brakes are good, tire tread's good. There's no flat spots and or cordage. Take our face in here again. Take a look at all the pulleys. This aircraft is manually reversion. So you see all these pulleys and cables. This is hooked up to the ailerons. All the way out. It goes out to the wings, and then it goes to our hydraulic actuators that actuate the actual, there's a lot of actual stuff, actual ailerons. Canoe fairing's good. Aileron looks good. And the static wick, good to go. I don't know why it's so laggy. It's probably because all those dang airplanes sitting around. You know what I mean? Mike, what's going on, man? Welcome aboard. Hopefully you had a good week. Lots of fun. Same thing here, no oil on the ground. All right, folks, on the briefing, I'll give you a quick brief. Once we're done here, we're almost done. I will get that off the aircraft. Again, looking at the static, and I'm done. All right, let's get the aircraft on ship power. Right there, here it comes. 1, 2, on ship power now. I'm gonna get the packs rolling as well. All right, packs coming on. I forgot my bag, dang it. I usually put my bag back here, but I didn't do it. APU bleed's coming up. I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna take some stuff off the aircraft. Ground ops coming in here. Ground connections. Don't you have a WASM failure, I'll be pissed. Air starter request, ground powers release. Okay, well, we're gonna try this another way. Ground services, we're gonna go ahead and release the air conditioning now. And we're gonna pull off the, get the chocks off the aircraft. And we'll pull the GPU card off. We're on ship power, so that's good. No, that's what I wanted. Okay, ground power's off the aircraft. Chocks are removed. Let's make sure the doors are closed. And we'll roll with the checklist. And we're out of here. Some door management. Close all doors, and we're going to arm all. Alright, let's call GSX for the push here. Okay, guys, fuel pumps. All fuel pumps are on. And our fuel quantity right now sitting at 14.2. We're blocked with 14.2, so that's good to go. Passenger signs are on. Window heat is on. Hydraulic pumps are now coming on. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and get those pumps rolling. Rolling. 1, 2, there we go. And last but not least, we'll foam gen. APU's up. Good. Okay, doors are closed. Pressurization is set. Auto. Auto brakes on RTO. Stab trim is coming set. I think we have like 5.30 on the setting. Good. All right. Stab trim set. Good to go. Of course, before start checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and get a push. If I can. I don't know what GSX is doing. You got me. I don't know what they're doing. We'll call it ground 121.8. Miami ground, Riptide 126, push, gate Gulf 6. Waiting.
Riptide 126, Miami ground, push and start, approved, tail north.
Okay, push and start approved tail north. Let's see what GSX is up to. What's up, Max? What's going on, man? Sean says, yes, it's the Airbus 3999. Not bad. With bracket to mount the landing gear next to it. Cool. No leaks. Yeah, that's right. Have I tried 707? What 707? I don't know what you're talking about. Was there a 707 that released? I didn't see it. It's normally not something I'd gravitate toward just because of, you know, for work or anything like that. I really won't have to fly it. But I'll check it out. GSX is acting up, guys. So I'm going to try to either get it jolted or we're going to go ahead and do a reset. Okay, looks good. Up on the overhead. Let's get the rotating beacon working. There we are. All right, we're ready for push here, guys. Really quick on the brief. Let's do a briefing.
We are ready for pushback.
All right, takeoff alternates. If we have a problem with the aircraft, just going to come right back around to runway a 9er. Good, huge, long runway for us. It's going to be a little bit of a crosswind to the right. That is it. Nothing airport special information. The only thing we do need to do is contact and talk to traffic. There's an aircraft actually right there that's live.
Completed.
So we'll verify that. We'll get that going. I'm actually going to get that going on, I think it's 118.3. So 118.3 is going to be on the flip side, and I will do that here on this guy. So 118.3, we're going to broadcast on nav 2 as we push and taxi, and then we'll listen again here in just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this down. It should be 118.3 now. I should be broadcasting.
Locking gear.
Yes. All right, they're locking the gear.
Miami traffic, Southwest 8647. Descending
Okay,
via
NOTAMs are
approach
good,
5
MEOs are
arrival.
nothing, adverse weather is
Expecting
fine.
ILS
There's a little
runway
bit of weather
08
here.
right. Miami
Taxi
traffic.
routing hotspots. We do have an issue. We're going to be crossing runway 30, so we'll just kind of keep our eye on that. We got our clearance. MCP VHF radios are all set. 131, 5,000, good to go. All that's good. Required climb gradient. Nose is going to go to the left. We already checked that out. Our EFP is good. Transition altitude is typical and normal, 18,000. No problems. Do you guys have any concerns for me? Any threats that you saw or we might want to discuss? Now's the time. All right, let's go. Brakes coming off. All right, brakes off, all you. TCAS coming up.
Clear.
Here we go.
Start at wheel.
Start at wheel. Miami traffic riptide 126 on a push. Gate Gulf 6 for runway 9. Let's fire up number 2. Pack's coming off. So we're going to throw packs off. All right, look for your bleed, your duct pressure. Your duct pressure is increasing. Let's go ahead and start number 2. 2 to ground. Here we go.
Miami traffic, Giant 562 heavy. 10 mile final for runway 12 Miami traffic.
So we got an aircraft landing on runway 12. Oh crap, we just pushed together. Looks like United aircraft. Cool. All right, 27, here comes the fuel. I'm gonna put my hand on this just in case we have a hot start or hung start. Now's the time to throw it down.
Set parking brake.
Get my brakes coming set. All you. Stupid ass. I got a good light. It looks like oil pressure. I'm looking for the starter cutout. Starter cutout. Good to go. Looking for. All right, the EGT red radial line is over, so we're going to go ahead and get the pack running because it's hotter than heck here in Miami. We'll close the ISO valve. We'll leave the APU on just because we're going to need to. Come upstairs. Go ahead and energize the generator.
Unlocking gear.
And probe heat is now coming on. So now you turn your probe heats on. And we're going to keep the pack situation just like it is. We're getting some air into there. Now I'm going to run the second pack because the APU is going to run that pack. And it's going to help cool the cabin more.
Tow truck
All right, so that's what we're doing. So see, we're out of isolation, but the APU is going to be running the left pack.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, we got one engine lit. That's good to go. Taxi is on. Let's go and set flaps 1. Flaps coming to 1. And we'll do our checks. Good. Rudder. Just look right here. You would give
Miami
her a
traffic,
salute.
Laxa 605 is holding short, 8 right. We're going to wait for the landing aircraft on 12, Miami.
Tax checks. Okay, before
Miami
taxi,
traffic
generators are
time,
up, heartbeat is
562
on,
heavy,
the
5
is
miles
off,
south,
controls
runway
free,
12.
flaps are 1-1 with green light, TARA on the transponder, we're ready to go. Let's call ground, let's see what's up. I hate this thing.
Miami traffic time, 562 heavy, 3 miles, runway 12, Montego.
Sounds like the brakes are locked. They are. Alright, so brakes are off. Wait, bro. It's all wonky. Alright, let's go. It takes so much breakaway thrust. There we are. You really don't want to go over like 31%, but because... Oh, yeah, it's not working. All right, hold on. My tiller's got to work. So I'm going to go over here. I don't think I've locked the tiller up because I got a new tiller. It's really nice. Nope, that's the one. Let's go down here. Airline tiller and the flight controls nose tiller. All right, good. And we should be good. There we are. Miami traffic, riptide. Excuse me, Miami ground, riptide.
Miami traffic, is there still someone trying to land 08 right?
Miami traffic, southwest 8647, Volkswagen
You
arrival
threat-
for runway 08
Threat
right.
recency, so make sure
But we are
you
still
take the time
for
to
the
check this, no feel rushed.
little
That's
bit
a really
distance
good
away.
point.
We are at 20,000.
Really
flight
good
level
point, because I haven't
200.
flown this aircraft in a long time. We're talking months.
Miami traffic, Laxa 605, lining up runway 8 right for departure,
Okay, he's on
Miami.
8 right. He's not going to affect us. I might want to start both engines, guys. I'm going to start.
Miami
I'm gonna
traffic
start.
time 562 vacated 12
It's just too. This is too freaking slow. It's like a snail here. So, packs off on that side. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up. Number one coming in. What the heck? Number one coming to ground. I was gonna say I didn't do that. Miami traffic, riptide 126. We're taxiing runway 9. The Papa. Hold short 30. Is there an aircraft on 12? Negative. Okay. Fuel's coming in. I got aircraft right there. That has got to be a target from, say, intentions right there. Whoa. And is it that? All right, I've got this stupid thing. So I'm gonna hold it right here. I gotta lock my my setting right with the Toby. It's too sensitive. Settings, controls, Toby, airliner. Controller shouldn't be doing anything except for drone. Come on, man. Why? Why? Drone control, none. Okay, good. Okay, we got two
Miami
good
traffic,
lights.
Laxa 605, clear of 8 right.
APU's coming off. Okay. last but not least, continuous and continuous. We'll check all that here in a minute. Miami ground, Riptide 126. We cleared across runway 30. Are you gonna come at me, dude?
Approaching runways.
Don't see any traffic live. At Miami ground, Riptide 126. We're holding short, runway 30. Is he serious? Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and
Miami traffic, Giant 102 on left downwind for runway 12. Miami.
Crossing. Miami traffic, Riptide 126. We're gonna be crossing runway 12. Alright, runway turn-offs. So turn the landing lights on for now. Set this airplane moving. It's not on final, but he's going downwind, so he's no factor for us. Alright, significantly a lot more power, a lot more push on this aircraft than I'm used to. Normally we wouldn't take off runway 9, but I don't know why St. Intentions did that. I'm gonna go to the outers here in just a minute. To this place twice. It's crazy. Chris, what's going on, buddy? How are you? It's good to see you.
Giant 102 turning left base.
How much did that 737 Max set coastal back?
Miami.
A lot of money. Huh. There's a Max. Did we buy a Max yet? We haven't bought a Max yet. I'd like to one of these days. Chris, my friend, things are good. Hopefully things are better for you as well. We got to chat. Passengers a tough ride right now. I'm taking a turn like Southwest does. Like, what the heck? I hate runway 9. It's so far out. Not a fan. Alright, landing lights off. We're just going to be cruising here. Recall. I'm good to go back to I'll say intentions, which I'll do right now, and then we'll flip back over in just a minute. Now this aircraft would not have this avionics in it, but you know, this is an old airplane. Miami ground, Riptide 126, taxi to runway 9.
Riptide 126, Miami ground to runway 9er, taxi via Sierra Sierra 1.
Runway 9er, Sierra Sierra 1.
Miami traffic, Giant 102 on a 10-mile final, runway 12, Miami.
Feels like the brakes are on. I don't know why, but it feels like the brakes are on. Maybe because I got a lot of power, 33%. There's a lot of thrust for a little aircraft like this. Well, we'll find out. You guys see that Vietnam 787 with the brakes on? I think they had blew a tire on takeoff, and that they just kept going. They couldn't get up to speed. I don't know if they were past V1 or what the heck happened, but you know, that's probably hard to tell when you have a blown tire like that. It gives that extra drag. It feels like it is now. We should be cooking. That video I sent you on the coastal DM when the Max 7 got certification. Oh yeah, yeah, the Max 7 we want. That's for sure. That's going to be an awesome.
American 2395, request pushback.
That'll set us back around what, 50 mil per? Maybe get them at 47 or 48. I'm sure Southwest has got the order books locked up for that aircraft. Oh, this is so long.
American 2395, push approved. Tail southwest.
Like why? Why not give me 8 right?
Southwest, American 2395.
I should have just requested it. Taxis forever.
American 329 ready to taxi, so.
Miami traffic, Giant 102, short final runway 12, Miami.
Miami ground, American 7206, requesting pushback and start.
American 7206, hold position 737, passing behind you, stand by. American 7206, push and start approved. Tail west.
Push and start approved. Tail west.
Miami
American
traffic, Giant 562 heavy, crossing runway 08.
We go.
Left
Let's
and
check
right,
flight attendants.
November 13 and Lima 1.
Runway 8 right taxi via November 9er, Mike.
I will
Mike
do a
1.
check.
Runway 8 right taxi via November 9er,
Call.
Mike 1, American 329er.
Packs are auto. Please are on continuous takeoff checks.
Southwest
Takeoff
277,
config
taxi
check.
departing
Packs, please.
via
Altimeters
Lima 6,
recall and
Lima,
we're out of here.
Lima 6, hold short of runway 26 left.
We're almost there. This thing takes forever. Forever. What movie was that from? Anybody know what that's from? Special movie right there. It's a good one. It's called Tower 118.
American 25.
8 right, holding short. Envoy 4104.
Tower, Riptide 126, holding short.
Miami traffic, Southwest 8647. Establish on the localizer for runway 08 is right.
Riptide 126.
20 miles south.
Runway 9er, taxi via Sierra 1.
Negative. We're holding short runway 9, and we are ready for takeoff.
Riptide 126, runway 9er, wind 170 at 6. Rana follow, cleared for takeoff.
Since when is ground responsible for the departure? That's what this is.
Southwest 2565.
Miami traffic, Riptide 126.
Taking off runway 90, holding short, Southwest 2565.
Alright, landing lights coming on. Turn-offs are on. We're good to go. I'm going to go strobe and steady.
Approaching 0.
Southwest
That's good to
2565, hold short, runway 30.
You would check the
Southwest
rear
2565.
side. That looks good. We're going to go on auto throttles armed. We're not going to fly with the HUD today. Matter of fact, we will. Let's just drop it. Why not? Get it out of VMC though. I don't really like this mode when I'm taking off. I want to see the full pack.
On runway
Cargo South
09.
233, contact ground 121.8.
Ground, Cargo South 233.
Okay, you guys ready?
Southwest 277, hold short of runway 26.
Okay, bring him up to 40.
Hold short of 26 left. Southwest 277.
American traffic. Riptide 126 on the roll, runway 9. And Toga.
Envoy 4104, hold short of runway 8 right. 8 right, holding short. Envoy 4104.
Miami traffic, Giant 102, vacated runway 12 via Sierra.
60 knots. There's 80.
80 knots.
Miami traffic, Southwest 8647. Fully established, ILS runway 08 right.
V1.
No.
Rotate.
No. The right rudder there.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Southwest
No, man.
277, hold short of runway 26.
3.5 up. Bug speed.
American 2739, number 18 left, ready for departure.
American 2739 with 170, runway 8 left, clear for takeoff. Riptide 126, contact departure.
For departure 126. Why am I doing that? I have it right next to me. Let's get the flaps up, Daniel. Miami departure, Riptide 126, check it in 2000.
Riptide 126, Miami departure, radar contact. Climbing with me, 10,000, direct baller.
10,000, direct baller. I didn't have the throttles on for you. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Alright, flaps up. Command it. Let the airplane take over. There we go. Beautiful Miami right there. Flaps coming up.
American 620.
Now we're on a climb 2 profile, so we're quiet. You can see how nothing worked.
Hold is published, maintain 16,000. American 620.
That's good. Take that off right there. That's on. Taxi lights are off. Direct bollard.
American 2171, loud and clear.
So forcing that turn. Let's get that weather radar right working. Right, so when we get to like 6,000, we'll go ahead and punch it. Weather radar coming on right now. 250 knots. I'm gonna hold that. Open the speed window. We're gonna hold 250.
118.3. Have a good afternoon. RJ 2100.
Alright guys, there's 5,000 feet, 5,200. It's going to cancel the climb. We're good now. So we're just going to go to N1 limit, and I'm going to cancel climb 2 because I want to get the heck up as fast as I can. So we just deleted that. Let's go. 6,000.
Miami departure, American 2739, out of 4,000.
Can you hear say intentions as well?
American 2739, Miami departure, roger.
There's 7,000. I'm going to hold that 250 until we get to a good altitude.
Delta 338, roger.
That's it. Sit back, relax. Watch your flight here. It's 10,000 for the climb.
Riptide 126, climb and maintain 14,000.
14,000 now, 126. Alright, here we go. Set. There's 9,000 feet. Beautiful aqua water. We're going to be passing over the Bahamas here in a little bit. Look how pretty that is, man. That is gorgeous.
Miami approach, envoy 3352, 1,000.
Alright, let's go and extend this to 40 miles.
Riptide 126, contact Miami Center on 124.7.
24/7, thanks. 10 notification. We're going to go 124/7. Miami Center, Riptide 126, checking in 11.2 for 14.
Riptide 126, Miami Center. Good afternoon. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
210 on the climb. Riptide 126. Alright, let's go. 210.
Riptide 126, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Roger. 210 on the climb. Riptide 126. Didn't I say that? You see all that weather behind us? We're kind of getting out of the crap now. You see we're climbing that pretty steep angle at 250 knots. And I just kind of want to get up fast, punch through this crap, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the nose and increase our speed.
American 641.
But I kind of want to climb at a good rate just to kind of get through the turbulent layers here.
641, good afternoon, sir.
Bust out. Alright, there's 15 coming up.
Miami
Yep,
Center, American 641.
Thanks, Sean.
Com check.
Alright, there's 15,000, so I'm going to close the airspeed window. The airplane's going to pitch down because we're on VNAV speed now, which means that the computer system is now controlling the speed of the aircraft. It's going to decrease its pitch. We're going to increase our speed. And we're going to gain speed. We're trading speed for altitude right now, almost level. And then we'll go ahead and climb at a nice rate. Slower rate, but a faster rate. That's kind of what I want to do. And I wanted to do that just to punch through those turbulent layers below us. Climbing at a slower speed, we can go on a higher angle with that high amount of thrust. There's 16,000. We're ready for 20. What is it? 2,700 feet a minute. That's pretty good. And we're continuing the climb. Cool. So we got Guava coming up. That's within the next few miles. I'm going to increase this to 80. And it's just basically us until we hit the Bahamas. And we will get to the Bahamas here. Just. I'll give you an update as we get closer. It's 18,000 feet, so we'll do our flow. We're going to go ahead and click standard. I'll go upstairs. I'm going to shut off.
American 2395, roger. Good afternoon.
Throw the lights off. That should be off. That should be off. Taxi's off. We're going to go ahead and throw these two off. We'll do a climb check here. That's good. That's good.
Miami
Wing
traffic,
lights.
Giant 102, crossing runway 26 left.
Alright, I'm going to shut that off, guys. I don't want to hear that. Where was that? 118.3. Listen to that. We're going to go 121.5. That's the guard frequency. We will listen to that. That's like the emergency broadcast frequency. So
American 641.
we'll listen for that. All right, climb check. Here we go. We'll do our checklist. I got to look for pressure.
American 641.
Good, good. Like Sean said, slow down. Packs and bleeds. Packs are on. Bleeds are on. Pressurization checked. Start switches off.
Maintain flight level 290.
Okay, 290 for riptide 126. Yeah, that was us. So that might go into a level mode. So I'm going to go 290 now. You can see it's leveling off. So I'm going to go altitude intervene now. Over here on the other side of the MCP. You're going to push altitude intervene. It's going to kick it back to VNAV and climb VNAV speed. N1 VNAV. So your N1's going up, the thrust is going up. It's going to maintain a high thrust, and then it'll start the climb at 290. My climb check, packs and bleeds, pressurization, start switches are off, APU's off, flaps are up, no lights, and that, my friend,
for 15,000 envoy 4104.
Climb checklist. Done with that. We're just going to hang out. Looking like 447 miles to Jamaica, 1836 Zulu is the arrival time, guys. So right now, that ain't right. There's no way. Oh yeah, wait a minute. That is right. It's about another hour. So we'll be landing in Jamaica in about an hour. Right now it's just feet wet. The Bahamas are there. You guys can see the turquoise water out there. That's the Bahamas. What happens if we had a problem right now? What would we do? We're at 22,000 feet. I'd probably want to turn around. We're still not too far away from Miami. Depending what the problem was. Oh gosh, you guys. Whew. Our paperwork says an hour and 12 minutes once we push it back. Who's got anything going on tomorrow? You guys got anything good going on? Is anybody doing anything fun? I want to hear what you're doing, chat. Put it in the comments. I've got a bike ride in the morning. I'm going to try to pull 20 miles. I get 20 miles in.
American 641, climb flight level 280.
So,
Leaving flight level 260 for flight level 280. American 641.
he's got an Eagle project he's working on. Not his Eagle project. Somebody else's. $25,000. Look at this cabin. I think they did a really good job with the cabin on this one. Love it. been a long time since I've flown a 737. I hate to say that, but it's been a long time, guys.
Range 213, climb and maintain flight
Can
level
you imagine an
320,
MD-80? If we were in an MD-80 right now, I'd
Flight level
probably get
320,
butt kicked.
Emirates 213.
Motorcycling, cool. You're gonna go on a nice ride somewhere. That's awesome. Did they just call us? Getting in some turbulence up in the upper levels. Let's see what we got. Turbulent wise, weather. We got a cell over Cuba. I know that Cuba's nasty. Had a big thunderstorm. Over that
641, continue climb, flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, American 641.
Yeah, we'll be okay. That's not going to bother us any. We're just going to be to the west of it. Good. All right, let me get to your comments. Captain Adam, how are you?
Climb and maintain flight level 370.
All right, 370 now on the climb. Road tide 126. Thanks for nothing, bro. So 370 on the climb. Verify for me. 370. Does everybody see 370 on the altitude? Good. I already did altitude intervene. Is it going to take it? Yes, it should. All right, good deal. Here we go. Keep on trucking.
171, climb and maintain flight level 320. Report level.
All right, Captain Adam says flying a Q400. Just a job. Someone has to do it. Dude, the Q400. Q400's a cool airplane. You know what I'd love to try though? Have you ever flown a Dash? Have you ever flown the Dash 8 100 or 200? That seems like a little rocket, that thing. Really cool. I always love those airplanes. The Dash 8 is just such a capable aircraft. At least those kind of like built like tanks. At least that's kind of what I've seen. Never thought I would see Coastal having IFEs in CRS. Oh yeah, dude. What made that decision? Shelton, we got like full 3 cabins now. We have a first class suite. We have first business class now. We have coach. So now I don't know if this aircraft has first. Yes, it does. So we have our first class right here. We have our cattle car class in the back, but it would be business, and then 3. So there's 3 classes of seating now for Coastal. I made that decision years ago because I saw the writing on the wall where premium was going to be, premium is going to be a big deal back in the day. And probably about what, 3 years, guys? Maybe we made that determination 3 years ago. Where I'm like, we got to do something to compete because we're not going to be able to compete with, the airlines like Delta and United. So you have to match their cabin product. You want to beat Southwest. How do you beat them? A cabin product. They can't compete. They're going to mark my words. Southwest will have IFEs in their seats in like a year or two. Guaranteed. Now they might not want to, but they're going to have to compete, or they're going to have to drop their ticket prices below Delta or United, because who's going to pay for no entertainment? People want entertainment. They want legroom. They'll pay for that stuff now. It's crazy how the industry is morphed. In the 90s, it was all about saving a buck, and the industry is not like that anymore. It's all about spend. I'll spend a little bit more money for more legroom or a better entertainment system. So all of our aircraft have 3 class cabins. Our 700s are going next. It's like 3.5. Well, for the 700, it's like $2.5 million per aircraft just to retrofit a new cabin configuration. Is that crazy? That's so much money. Okay, right there, Andros Islands off to the left of the aircraft. Nothing on the right. And our next stop is Cuba.
Delta 466, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.85 so long.
Yes, I started on the twin otters.
Have a good afternoon.
Then the
Delta
dash
46.
100, 300, 400. Best turboprops out there. I think so too. Did you? All right. What series did you like better? Did you like the 100, 100, 300, or did you like the 400? It seems like the 400 is a little more, a little less sporty, right? It's a bigger aircraft. The 100 seems like you can just slap that thing in anywhere, and she'll do great. It's cool. $350 now, 35,000. Let's go ahead and just check really quick maximum altitude. Now this is a 600, so I doubt we're gonna have any problem, but you can see that maximum at 410. You wouldn't want to push that, guys. You want to stay around 40,000 or even 39,000. You wouldn't want to come near that.
2739 out of 17,000 for flight level 2000.
All right, while we're up in the air, let's go ahead and get this thing configured. What do you think?
American 2739.
We gotta go coastal. We gotta go coastal markings here. I didn't have enough time to change all the equipment out, so that's why you're seeing this. All this new crap would not be in a 600. Nope. All right, we're gonna do this together. All right, 36 for 37. Guard it, make sure it doesn't blow through the altitude. This is where you want to pay attention. If the airplane starts popping through 36, you got to do something right now. You can't just let it do it. So I don't trust the autopilot very much. I do, but I'm not going to just trust it. I'm going to verify that it's going to level off. So I'm looking for alt cap, VNAV speed, waiting for the FMA. And there it is. VNAV path is now captured. VMC is captured. And here's the level off. Bang. Looks good. How's the turbulence? Nice and smooth like a
traffic
baby's
2
butt.
o'clock,
Let's go ahead and
0
turn
miles,
off
crossing right to left, turbo prop,
seatbelts.
flight level 180.
I gotta
traffic,
reach to
runway
get it.
4104.
All right, let's go ahead and do the old school stuff now. We're gonna come on this side. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. We're gonna click PMDG setup or aircraft, and we're looking at equipment. It is Honeywell, wings level. We will deny valve passive and enable arm. That's disabled. That's good. Double V rate, yes. Bump, yes. Company is going to be 30 on the minimums there.
Delta 633, continue climb, flight level 360.
I gotta move this. This is going to be GPWS.
Climbing to flight level 360, Delta 633.
I have our specs right here, guys. In case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. That's what we're doing. V1 call out, yes. Bank angle call out, yes. We are going to get rid of this. None. Minimums call, none. 2,500 feet, I believe. None. I just gotta leave it there. No. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can. Call 1,000? I don't think so. No. I'm gonna do a smart one on that one. So we'll do smart, and then 500 is smart. 400, 300, no, and no for 200. We're gonna do 100, yes. 50, yes. So we got 2 yeses and a no. Yes, yes, no. 30
flight level 350.
Yes. 20, no.
United 1908,
Off
Roger.
10, yes.
Good afternoon.
We've got airspeed low, yes. Terrain, yes. Water, no. E-tops, no. 600, no. No. Nate, what's going on, buddy? Hopefully you're well. And Pops, how are you? I'm doing okay. Default, sorry guys, I'm just trying to come up with, our specs here. So, give me a second. Acceleration is actually 1,000. We're just going to keep all the same, I think. Nope, default acceleration is 1,000. We'll throw that in there. And then we've got reduction is 1,000. Right there. We're looking at cutback 800, 3,000 store.
Flight level 240.
18,000. 2,
Flight level 240,
5.
American 2739.
None. ISFT with analog, negative. This is going to be straight up analog. Ah, do you hear that? Do you hear the avionics fan? That's so cool. HGS installed, yes, yes, yes. Yacht amper gauge, yes. This is an old aircraft. Performance, no. Short field, no. Auto probe, no. Flight test, no. Steel, we're too cheap. This is going to be original light package. Eyebrows, yes. I like the eyebrows. 2 class. It's a 3 class. Air stairs, no. Old. Yoke checklist, yes, yes, yes. That's fine. Auto ignition pressurization, yes. Flight tapping, yes. Wi-Fi is installed. We have it on every aircraft. The KU band, all that is good to go.
Emirates 213,
Oh.
continue climb flight
Chrono,
level
I like
360.
that.
Climbing flight level 360, Emirates 213.
No, that's the wrong one. Take a look at the clock, you guys.
Range 213, maintain 250 or greater.
That's the one we want.
Down to 250, Emirates 213.
Yeah, that's the one right there. Transponder's a different transponder. It's an old one. So that is a new one. We gotta switch to the old. There we go. It is hydraulic pumps or ABX. I think they're big Vickers. I don't know. And fans, 1 alpha. I think that's correct too. That is correct. Okay. Good on that. That is good. We're gonna click return. We're gonna go to displays. Ground speed. You gotta love this.
Flight 126. Contact Havana Center on 133.35.
33.35. Alright, 133.35. Riptide 126. Sorry. I just flipped it. Center Riptide 126. Checking in flight level 370. I'm gonna turn the tank seatbelts on right away. What was that? I didn't hear a word they said. Good afternoon. Seatbelts coming on, guys. Dang it. Alright, seatbelts are on. We have to deal with that. Let's go ahead and finish this up. I know it's boring, but we got to do what we got to do, right? I got to get this aircraft configured right. Cockpit displays. Good, good, good. 20, it's off. Ground speed 20. Well, that is on. That is off. 100 knot bug is off. You're going to see a lot of things disabled. Rising runway, yes. 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 Off. Landing out bar, yes. That's good. That's good. No. No. EFIS round, no. 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 Track up, BSD. I like that. BSDs are good. We'll start putting those in. Range arcs on.
Avianca 37,
yes.
continue climb to flight level 360.
Go, default.
Climb up to flight level 360, Avianca 37.
No. FF, show up indicators. 2,000 pounds. No. 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 That's it. Alright, we've got a good aircraft. Well, an old airplane, but you see a lot's changed a little bit. Like, look on the overhead now. It's all the lights. That's about right. Thing's old, man. It's from the 90s. This aircraft's like 97. There we are. Heading button. Let's check that. Okay, guys, give you an update on the progress page. FMC. Looks like 202 nautical miles, top of descent. Jamaica is coming in. We should be there about 40 minutes or so. We'll get the weather update here shortly. I'll look right now. I'll see what we got. Weather in Jamaica. All right, guys. Right now, Jamaica is reporting winds 100 degrees, 10 knots. Visibility is great. Looks like a few clouds at 2,000 feet. We have 2,200 cumulonimbus. Looks like temperature's 88 degrees and humidity is 55%. So they're right now they've got a thunderstorm over the area in Jamaica, although I don't see it painted on radar yet. It could be. Wow, yeah, look at this flipping PIO. Holy crap, this wind is ridiculous. Jeez, man. It's only 13 knots, but it's just kind of stupid. This is SU6. It just doesn't act like that. It would be like this. Up and down, not this weird PIO crap I got going on. So did you guys see that Vietnam 787? Did you guys see that? Where there's a tire, looks like they blew a tire, isn't that crazy? Man, they just made it off that runway. I couldn't believe how close they came to overrunning. I mean, I think they did overrun. That's nuts. Can you imagine being in that airplane? Holy smokes, man. No way. All right, we got land ahead, which that's Cuba. So this whole island is passing over Cuba here. Give you the GoPro cam. How's that? Cuba. Looks like all that thunderstorm crap is too, well, real life, it's all off to the east. Just a little bit. Should be flying over it. Bluebird, what's going on, man? I don't see any thunderstorms here. Dry today. My man. Guys, we got Bluebird Sim in the house. If you don't know what Bluebird Sim is, you're living in a rock or under a rock. They are developing the 757, and it is one heck of a beautiful airplane. I cannot wait to showcase that bird. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're headed to you, buddy. We're headed to Jamaica, my man. No thunderstorms by you. That's great. He's going to give us a pirate right there. I don't know why the VTAR is stating that. They're saying, let's see, it just updated actually. It's beautiful. Now it's 1007, greater than 6, fuel class at 22. 31 over 19, looks like QNH 1016. Perfect. So that thunderstorm is now gonzo. Yes, I had no idea what was going on. Yes, shelter. Looks like brakes were locking up on the roll, and once past V1, they were committed. Yeah, they had to take it. Something weird, you know. That's really hard to tell. I mean, you could probably tell the acceleration though. You've done it hundreds of times, and you think to yourself, well, this don't look right. Like I guarantee the flight crew said something's wonky. And instead of just saying, all right, let's just stop. But something doesn't look right. If we're ever in that state or frame of mind where you're just, something's not right, what's it hurt? If you're under V1, you would have definitely seen it. The acceleration would be slower. It wouldn't feel right. You would have a pit in your stomach going, this is weird. Now, I don't know when that feeling happened. I don't know if it was before V1. I'm assuming it was, because I'm just assuming that the brakes were locked up or the tire punctured before they were, you know, maybe they got on the roll. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. It is hard to tell unless it happened right after the V1 situation. But they were on the runway so long, guys. I would have to say, because you know V1 and then VR is right after it. So those dudes were on the runway a long time with slow acceleration. It reminds me of a crash in Washington, Palm 90. You guys probably heard me talk about Palm 90 before. We are in Washington, D.C. 737, just like this aircraft. It was a 200 series airplane, straight pipe, JT8s on those motors. And they backed out of the gate using reversers. You know, fine and all dandy, but it's snowing outside. So you're really going to ingest a whole bunch of ice and stuff like that. They didn't turn the dang engine anti-ice on, which would have melted. You know, there's a TAT probe or you could say EPR probe inside that engine right in the inlet, which would have been heated had they turned it on. And it was, when they ran the checklist, it was an OMF. They said OMF, OMFF, something like that. They couldn't tell if they said on or off on the voice recorder. So as they're accelerating, they push the throttles up, and bang, the EPR gauges just went sky high. And the FO caught it. He said, whoa. He knew something was wrong right away. When that wasn't a normal indication, and they knew it. And so right there, he said, it doesn't look right. And the captain said, what? And the FO said, I can't, it doesn't look right. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but something doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't act right. Something is wrong. And guys, if you're ever in a flight deck and you're a captain and your FO says that, stop the airplane, and you're, before V1, just stop. Verify, stop the aircraft, shut the dang throttles down, and just do an abort. I know it's violent. I get it. But at the end of the day, your high-speed abort regime, that 80 knots, it's better to just taxi off the dang runway, take a 15-20-minute delay, depending where you are, and do it again. Because then you guys can assess what the heck's wrong with the airplane instead of trying to figure it out. You don't have a lot of time to figure something out. And the poor FO knew something was wrong. And they stalled it out. They didn't have enough airspeed, in ground effect. It was erroneous, erroneous EPR settings, which means the throttle, instead of being full or 99% or whatever it was, 87%, it was like 60. And they had a perfectly good airplane. All they had to do was shove the throttles up. So the throttles were up, but the whole thing was jacked up. You just wish that was a different scenario. A lot of people lost their lives that day, unfortunately. You're just not going to get a second chance. So it's always a good idea to say, all right, what's going on? All right, guys, the island of Cuba. We are hitting Cuba right now. Weren't they trained for that? Should have performed an RTO. Yes, it was a very sunny day today. Good deal. Well, we're headed over to Montego Bay. Why don't you get the grill out for us? Get some jerk chicken going. I'll take it. So that's the point. The point I'm trying to make is sometimes if it doesn't look right, you gotta go with your gut, man. You gotta just stop. Stop the aircraft. Just abort. It's okay. Let's try it again. Let's figure it out. Assess what's wrong. And then we'll go from there. That to me is a good captain. A good captain is somebody that can take input from their first officer, and if it doesn't look right, they can look and go, you're not going to have a lot of time to do that. So I'm thinking with these Vietnam guys, Vietnam Airlines, we're not talking about a podunk airline. They're pretty darn good. Good safety record, good track record. The training, I would assume, is good. I want to know when they realized something wasn't right. Like, when did the crew go, there's something amiss, there's something not right. We're not getting our feedback that we normally get. As a human, you have to put the brakes. You've got to stop the aircraft. You have to say, all right, what's wrong? You can't just sit there and keep going. You're running out of real estate. You don't have a lot of real estate, which is runway. It's going to be a problem. So, top of descent, guys, 129 nautical miles. We're going to start getting ready for the landing. The weather's beautiful in Jamaica.
Convoy 4007. When ready, descend via the VC2 arrival to 3000.
It's not us.
Descending via the VC2 arrival, Envoy 4007.
But I would like to know your thoughts on that. What you guys think. I don't know if you guys know my past, my history. I was an NTSB guy back in the day. So I'm trained, that's what I'm trained in college for, is aviation accidents. I've studied a lot of that in my career, in why it goes wrong and how it went wrong and all that stuff. So obviously my minor's in human factors, so I like to know what the human was doing when the crap hits the fan, right? They were using reduced takeoff, so long takeoff run was expected, got it. V1, VR split would be more than normal, and final report will say. Exactly. Mentor pilot always says 88 navigation. That's exactly right. Raise a small can of bug for LFT. You can live with that one. Good. I'm glad, Mike. That's good to hear, my man. I have a scenario for you. We lose both engines right now over Cuba. We request to land in Cuba. Cuba says no. What do we do? I'm going to call an emergency, and I'm going to land in Cuba. I don't care if I start a war. Tough crap. My passengers mean more to me than the stupid geopolitical bullcrap. I will land in Cuba. I will declare an emergency, and I will land. Screw the consequences. Especially with the administration we have now, there's no way. There's just no way. I mean, guys, I'm not going to jeopardize any of that. I'm just going to call an emergency. We have a double engine failure. I don't have any power. We're coming. International law would dictate.
Savannah Center, JetBlue 38, flight level
they're going to accept us. If they throw us in prison,
JetBlue 38, good afternoon.
Great. Here comes the cavalry, because I guarantee the cavalry's coming. I guarantee there will be 6 aircraft carriers right on their doorstep, just waiting. So that's what I would do, and I wouldn't even hesitate, buddy. I wouldn't even think about that. Even if it was Venezuela, don't care. Declare an emergency when I couldn't glide. We're at 36,000. We'll be a glider, so you got one shot at it. I would definitely let them know. I would definitely let the company know. 2 in, 2 out. That's kind of what I would do. Perform an RTO and do exactly what you said. Take a delay, regroup, and try again. Yeah, the question is, when did they feel it? And like you said, the VR, V1, VR split, I don't know. It's probably pretty darn close. It just depends when that acceleration was around. Because it could have been a normal acceleration, folks, until, prior V1 or after V1. I don't know. They were saying it's a long takeoff was expected. Okay. They were doing a reduced takeoff thrust. Okay. It'd just be interesting to see if any, what I'm listening for on the flight data, not the flight data recorder, but the voice recorder, the VF, the voice recorder is, I want to know who and when, if they said anything at all. That's what I'm looking for, right? I want to see when that call was made. When was it like, oh, something's wrong, or the acceleration's not right, or they might not have said anything. They might have said, holy crap, we're losing runway. It could have been like that too. I don't know yet. That's why I want to get those, I want to see what the voice recorder says. And you're right, the report's going to tell us everything we want to know, which is good. They are a trained crew, so it's not like they're a fly-by-night operation. They know what they're doing. It's just going to be interesting to see when the human, if the human recognized, or when it happened. Were they expecting that much? Now, they could have. I don't know what the performance numbers were. Let's say margin was, a positive 70 feet. Well, then they wouldn't expect anything, right? They wouldn't expect that slow of acceleration. But sometimes your margins are really small when you're doing a reduced thrust. Depends on the length of the runway. I don't know.
FedEx 258. Contact Miami Center on 125.7. So long.
Yeah, used to watch Mayday. Who knew? I mean, a real mess. That's right, Mike. What would you guys do if you guys lost both engines right now? Are you going to head to Cuba? What would you do? I would have no problem going to Cuba, guys. None. I don't care about that geopolitical crap. That's not my concern. My concern is my passengers. Period. All right, guys, 88 nautical miles to Jamaica. Let's go and get ready. I like to start doing this early so we're never behind. So I always like to plan now so we're not behind the aircraft. Okay, so weather right now, 100 at 7 knots. Looks like runway 7 for us today. 1016 is going to be our deal today. So I'm just going to go ahead and preempt set that right now, and we're looking at the. I might want to do an RIP approach into the airport. It's going to help us. Let me just look at charts to approach and look at. That's an RP25. Let's look at RP7. I'm trying to look for, is it advantageous to fly that instead of doing this crazy arc? It doesn't look like it. I mean, we'd probably shave off a few miles, but looks like Bimba maybe. Let's see what we got for the star. Well, Maxi is 7. So we're going to come down to hit that, go around. Let's just keep as it is, guys. Just keep well enough alone. We'll do the ILS in there. We'll just back it up. Sometimes I like to do an RP if I can get it, and then I can slam dunk the thing. Tight approach into the area. Big threat in Jamaica is terrain. There is mountainous conditions there. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that on as a threat, as to mitigate that threat. We'll throw the terrain on. Looks like we won't have any thunderstorms from here to there. We're getting battered around a little bit just because of these. This is all from the thunderstorm over Cuba that's sheared. But the sim doesn't do a great job of it. Terrain is coming on for me. You can put the weather radar on your side if you need to. Okay, Omaxi 7, it looks like Omaxi's at 3,000, so let's go ahead and verify that. We're going to come down here. Next page at Omaxi is 3,000. I'm going to change that to a hard. Right now it's above. Let's go hard. That's just going to help us get down a little better. There we go. Good. And then with that being said, let's go ahead and give you a brief. I'll brief you on what we're looking for. We are getting our butts kicked with this turbulence. And we're so close, guys. I'm not going to go up and down. We're just too close for it. Let's go here. Star. Oh, of course. Star. Maxi 7. Okay. So we're going to come in from the top over at, was that Ernie? Or, yeah. Inari. We'll hit that. We'll go to a DME of 15 SIA. That's from Sangster. We're going to fly this arc. It's going to be interesting to see if PMDG is going to fly this arc or not. We're going to hit on Maxi. Instead of doing a procedure turn, we're just going to come right in. It's a visual, so we're just backing up the ILS. It'll be a visual approach. Probably kick it off somewhere around here, and we'll fly the aircraft down to Sangster. 109.5. We'll throw that in right now on the ILS. 109.5. There we go. So we got the ILS plugged in there. We're looking at a course of inbound course 073, so we'll go ahead and change that now. Man, look at this turbulence. I love this crap. Moderate chop up here. Making a call. Center riptide 126, flight level 370. We got a PIREP. We got moderate chop, light moderate chop 370.
Riptide 126, roger. Noted moderate chop at flight level 370, thank you.
Alright, so back to the drawing board. So we've got 115.7 is the VOR, so I'm going to go ahead and tune that on the back side. 1157. could descend a little earlier if I had to, but just might want to do that, guys. I might want to do a descend now. Let me just give him a call. Center Riptide 126. Could we descend early, please? What? Set request altitude. We like to descend down to 15,000 if we can right now. I want to get out of this cloud, guys. That's why.
Riptide 126. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 260. Cleared for the Omaxi 7 arrival.
All right, we'll descend 260, clear for the Omaxi 7, Riptide 126. All right, so we're going to go 260 on the altitude, and I'm going to go descend now. So I'm going to click descend, descend now. I want to get out of this crap. It's just the sim with these clouds. If we can get out of it, we'll kind of get a smoother ride on the way down. I'm hoping.
Aeromexico 460, climb flight level 400.
Okay. Back to the drawing board. Get your comments in a minute. Let's go ahead and go right on back to this, to the charts. So when we come in, we're going to do that, and then we'll do a approach. We're just going to do the ILS. We'll pull that up. Okay, ILS runway 7, guys. It is a visual approach today. Looking at Sangster 127.9. We're looking at 15 March 24, 11-1 page. MSA 2800 on the top. We're looking at 3800, kind of where we're going to come in. We're going to come in here, and then we'll flip over here on this side. That's 090, so that will be okay, actually. We'll be on this side at 2800.
Copa 868,
okay.
Descend via the O Super 2
final
to
approach course is
flight
going to
level
be 73.
040.
I got 10905. That's all set.
Sending via the
Looking
Super
like
2 arrival,
Napa
Copa
at
868.
Napa at 1850 with an ILS of minimums of 305. The elevation is 4 feet. We're going to go ahead and set that up, that 4 feet elevation, because we're going to be on a visual approach, and that's our protocol here at Coastal. We're going to set our minimums down to 4 feet. We always do the airport elevation. So, in case you're wondering why we're doing that. Man, we are getting our butts kicked with this turbulent crap. I don't like it. Nasty stuff. Look at this, getting throttled. How's our, 1.77.
American 2618, contact Miami Center on
Slow down the aircraft.
125.7. Have a good afternoon.
Woo! Moderate, dude.
125.7, American 2618.
Nasty crap. Trying to get down. I'd have the flight attendants, by the way, in their seats. They wouldn't be doing a darn thing right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw the engine starters to continuous, just because we're in that shop right now. So seatbelt should be on. There we go. Where were we? Let's get back to the brief. Okay, looking good. 1850 all the way down. It should be visual conditions when we land. We'll take over. I'll talk to you about what to expect on the runway.
Emirates 213, descend flight level 310.
Flight level 310, Emirates 213.
Okay, guys. Normal landing here. There's a little bit of displace, not too bad in Sangster. We want to land within the first 1,500 feet of the runway. I don't care on smoothness. I care on where I land. This is a 600. This thing will stop on a dime. We're going to get our paperwork. We'll get our performance numbers locked in here in just a minute. But what we'll do is I'm going to try to get off on the high-speed Bravo, and then we'll flip around and we'll come over here and we'll hook up to this the older terminal. The newer terminals on this side. The older terminals over here. So we'll get on that, and that should be good to go.
8127, climb to flight level 360.
Okay.
Leaving flight level 350.
Any questions
flight level
with that?
360, TAM 8127.
Good deal. All right. So we talked about star transition, hand fly the DME arc. Are you trying to kill me? Turn 10, twist 10, turn 10, twist 10. Oh my gosh. You guys, if you've never flown a hand-flown DME arc, you're in for a treat. It sucks. So you'd have to get your VOR hooked up, which we do, and you'd have to plug that radial in, which is going to be 343. So I would have to set 343 on the radial, and then you got to turn 10 degrees, roll 10. So you turn 10, and then you roll 10. Wait, turn 10, roll 10. Wait. It's just till you intercept all these radials around. It's pretty fun. I don't know how fun it would be going 200 knots, but in a Cessna, it's better. Oh, I love it. CH Pilot says you have your Sims turb set to
American 1307.
I have
climb to flight level
real
360.
turbulence enabled,
Report
but
level.
it's set at 50%. So
Climb flight level
it's
360,
just
American
beat the
1307.
crap out of us. That's why I kind of want to get out of this regime here. Seems like we're smoothing out now, so that's good. Okay, altitude speed restrictions. We've got max below 250 knots. We're looking at a transition altitude today, 18,000, so it's nice and standard in Jamaica. That's really nice. No adverse weather today. The weather, I just kind of went over it before. We'll take a look at it again. Where are we? 1007 at 7 knots, so pretty much up and down the runway. Not too bad. Few clouds at 2200, and the temperature is 88 degrees. NOTAMs. I looked over the NOTAMs before. Let's just check them really quick while I'm at it. September 1st. Today, taxiway Bravo closed due to maintenance. So guess what? Can't go to taxiway Bravo. Forget the high speed. Expires August 26th.
Riptide 126, descend flight level 190.
Alright, down 19,000, Riptide 196. So we're going to go 19,000 now. Verify that, guys. 19,000 the FMA crap right there. I hand flew with DME in the sim. Oh my gosh, it's painful. I haven't done that since college. Yeah, me either. If you said, hey, can you imagine flying a DME approach? I would fail. If I had to do a DME approach, I'd be like, I mean, it would be rough. I don't know if I'd fail, but it'd be rough. It's all backwards, guys. It's jacked up. Especially if it's behind you. Oh, man. That's crazy. Okay, we're looking at daily ops, daily ops, daily ops. So the major thing, guys, is taxiway Bravo is closed. So we will simulate that. This is closed for maintenance. So we'll probably have to get off on Alpha. We'll flip down on Alpha and then we'll come down. Okay, that's what we'll simulate. So it's a bummer. It is what it is. That's why you want to check your NOTAMs. That would be a cool video. Yeah. You want me to do a video like that? That'd be insane. In a passenger jet? Are you kidding me? Maybe we could do one in a Piper, but not a passenger jet, Sean. I mean, we could if we had to. Single pilot? Oh my gosh. That would be a raw pain in the neck. Yep, that is accurate. That taxiway is closed in real life for real. That's why we check the NOTAMs. Okay, so taxiway Bravo is closed. We already had our game plan. Let's talk about a threat in Jamaica. And we're looking at, talked about a touchdown point, our exit plan. That's all good to go. We're going to do a visual approach today. I'll back it up with the HUD. I'll slap the HUD down and we'll fly that. It'll just be a normal visual HUD, so I'll make sure I have that mode set. I'll do that right now. So we'll just set VMC in there. We're good to go. I do want to talk about a threat. Does anybody have a threat in the chat you want to discuss for landing? Let's talk about that. We're going to go flaps. I'm kidding. Flaps 30. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got 757 on my mind, so I'm like 25. Nope, you got to go 30. This is not a 75.
Riptide 126. Contact Kingston Center on 128.1.
28.1. We'll see it. All right, let's go. Right there. flip it. Kingston Center, Riptide 126. Check it in. Flight level 3 and 0 for 19,000. Of course, they know that. All right, weather. Landing.
Riptide 126, Kingston Center, identified. Greetings.
I want to hear a Jamaican accent, man. It's like a southern accent I'm hearing. I want to hear a Jamaican accent. I want some patois on the radio. It'd be cool. All right, flaps are 30. We'll go AC is auto, anti-ice is off.
Tampa 4017, contact Barranquilla Center on 124.2.
Dry, that's good. 30 auto off.
Over to Barranquilla Center on 124.2. Tampa 4017.
Okay, landing weight. Maybe more go. 115.8. Let's just play a little higher than that. 116 right now. So landing weight will go 116. Pretty darn light. Calculate. I wish they didn't stop making the 600s. It's like so annoying. Oh. Totally sorry, you guys. You guys want to see the numbers too, so I'm assuming. Let's get this pulled up.
JetBlue 40, flight level 240.
Taking sweet time.
JetBlue 40, identified.
Oh my word. Alright, there we go. Let's go, dude. Okay, here we go. So we've got, we'll go auto brake 2, 7,500 feet. We have 9,300 feet. No procedures required for braking. Brake recommended cooling time. That's good. Now let's take a look at our graphic. Look like VRAF is going to be 130 with the auto brake set to 2. It's going to be 7,500 feet.
American 1128, flight level 360.
No worries for the braking there. We'll just set it for 2.
American 1128, identified.
Okay, great numbers, guys. No problem. You guys like those? Looks good to me. All right, let's go to get that set right now. We're going to go to 130 on the ref. We'll go flaps here. I'm going to change that bottom number to 130.
Riptide 126, descend altitude 12,000 feet. QNH 1016.
12,000 on the altitude, Riptide 126. Oh my gosh, I'm going to reach again. Okay, there's 12,000, we're set. Okay, good to go. Auto brake set 2. All right, guys, what threats do we have? I want one threat.
Flight level 330.
And we're going to do a threat error management exercise.
Identified.
I agree. Localized accents would be cool. It would be cool. Chris says, "Show us how good you really are." Well, that's funny because I'm not. Oh gosh, it's funny. You find the smart pirate said, "That's Max." Hey Jason, have you seen the HBO the rehearsal? I have not. Chris. Mayday, still remember that piece of tape on one of its static ports. Computer had a nervous breakdown. Yep. Pull up slowly, or pull up, slow down, speed up, and of course being at night they crash. Yeah, it's really hard when you have
Emirates 213, flight level 350.
When you have erroneous things like that.
Identified. Good afternoon.
All right, guys, I'm going to close this. The airplane is going to have to slow down now, so we're going to help it out. Look at this turbulence. You get butts kicked up here. Yeah. You gotta love the eyebrow windows on this bad boy. Nothing like a 7.3 with an eyebrow window. Most of our 737-600s are deployed in the Caribbean, and we want eyebrow windows because we fly a lot of visual approaches and we're doing a lot of turns, and I like to look through that glass to kind of light up. That's why we have them. What else? Sounds like a job for a plane that starts with A and ends with a 220.
120.8.
120. That's hilarious. Of course you'd say that. And yes, we're going to fly the 220 again. You want me to... are you trying to rage bait me? I think you are. You're trying to rage bait me. There's 18,000.
United 1163 descending via the Lenar 7
Okay, guys, let's do our flows. Pressurization. We're going to look at that first. Pressurization looks good. We're descending there. Continuous. And it's going to throw
United
on.
1163 radio check.
We'll leave the retractables good.
5x5.
Taxis on for now. You're set there. Flight attendants, I've sat them down already. Okay, you guys, we're still a little fast, and one thing I want to do is we're going to go to the fixed page. Does anybody have a threat? You guys have a threat for me? Any threats? Call it out on the chat. I'd like to know what your threats are. It has to just be one. Let's see here. We're going to go set runway 7. We're going to throw that in the fix. This is going to increase our SA. Now, this little devil is a slippery mess. This aircraft does not like to slow down. It is a fast, efficient wing, and she does not want to slow. So we have to be very efficient at slowing the aircraft down for us. Now, right now, we're a little on the high side, so you can see we're 290 knots. It wants us down to 260. So I'm going to pull some speed brake. Welcome to being a 737 driver. You're going to have to use just, you know, a large amount of speed brake to get the aircraft in a good energy state. We'll get it there, but I'm going to have to intervene on this, guys. You don't want to be fast and high. So we'll see that. Any threats while we're talking about it? We got 4,000 feet to go. I'll do the checklist, descent check. Here we go. Altimeter's bugs are set cross checks. Good. We got VRF and V target. I've got 130 knots set and ready. Auto brake is on 2. Start switches are on recall. Recall is complete. Descent checklist complete. Yeah, man. All right. How about show us how to use that old Navi system in the 114? Never seen anything like that. Oh, you're talking about the. Is that the Black Square come up with that aircraft? You want to do some GA flying? No. Max, I've got to do that. Sean says they've been adding more accents, so maybe they'll add some Caribbean ones in the future. That'd be really cool. Okay. We got 1,000 to go.
I've got a shortcut for you. Turn right heading 185, descend 5,000, vectors for the ILS runway 7 approach.
185,000, 5,000. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to go 185 on the heading. We're going to go 5,000 on the altitude. Riptide 126. All right, so now we have a difference because now we're getting a shortcut. We're cutting out this dog leg.
Sangster approach identified. Good afternoon, Sangster QNH 1016.
So I'm going to pop the brake. Looks like we're on profile, but we're now off. We're off, okay? So what's happening is with this little shortcut that she gave us, that could really screw us up in terms of energy management. So we're going to keep our eye on that, make sure we're good to go. This could be a threat, a slam dunk. So, man, this turbulence is brutal. It's nasty crap. Ouch. All right, there's 10,000 feet. I'm going to call the flight attendants, let them know we hit 10. This thing, I need my stinking flight bag on my my throttle quadrant with this aircraft. Jeez, that's what getting butts kicked out here. Now we got the I think the yeah, the seatbelt signs work on this aircraft. It's pretty cool. All right, there's 10,000. We slow. Don't you speed up. So there's one of two ways we can do it. We can let the VNAV path take over, but I'm going to change stuff. I'm going to go vertical speed, you guys, and I'm going to bring it down to about 1,300 feet. And I'm going to
American
monitor my
1166
speed.
identified. Expect the ILS
And I'm
runway
watching
7
the
approach.
green banana now. That green banana's
speed 230 knots or less for sequencing.
230. Gosh, they're throwing curves, man. Okay, 230 on the speed for sequencing. Riptide 126. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go speed intervene or level change. I'm going to go flight level change. The aircraft's going to slow to 230 now. And this is what we're going to end up doing for this landing, okay? I'm going to put my glasses on.
Riptide 126, expedite your descent to 5,000.
Yeah, I got to do one or two things both, bud. I got to slow 230 and then I can descend. You freaking moron. I can't do both at the same time. Stupid idiot. Yeah, we'll expedite our descent, you clown. Here comes the speed brakes, flight D10. Here we go. So now because we're on level change,
verify you're descending to 5,000.
We are now expediting our descent to 5,000. Riptide 126. Get tool. Expedite your ascent. Okay, I got to get down to 230 and then I can go down. This is as fast as you're getting me though, bro. See, this is a slam dunk is a really good threat.
Riptide 126, speed 200 knots.
Oh my gosh. All right, speed now 200, Riptide 126. Okay, now we're going to slow it down. The speed brakes out. The airplane's going to level off. I'm going to have to throw flap in. I got to put flap 1, flap 5. Here we go. I would never want to do this early, but we're doing it. Now, we're going to just help. I'm just going to get that drag out. And then we're going to dump it.
1166, turn left heading 045. Descend to 3,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 7 approach.
3,500.
Left to 045 down to 3,500 until established. Cleared ILS runway 7 approach.
Okay, now because of the flaps out, look what's happening. And the speed brakes, the airplane's dropping like it's going to drop like a stone. We got to slow. Oh my gosh. $21.50 now. Just cut us. Cut us in, dude.
United 1163, reduce speed to 190 knots.
Gosh.
190 knots, United 1163.
Now I could have dropped the gear. That's another technique I could have done. But I'm going to play this game here really quick and see how we do. The hard part is when we're going to level off, because we're going to level off soon. Normally I would have just popped the gear now. We're going to be fine.
Air Transat 394, turn left heading 045. Descend to 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 7 approach.
I keep flaps 1, guys, so I've got flaps 1 now. Just
Cleared ILS runway 7 approach, Air Transat 394.
We're really close to flap up maneuvering, so I'm just going to keep it there. Speed brakes in. Throwing a lot of curves at me, man. I love that. Landing lights coming down now. There's 5,000.
Thanks for approach, Delta 8222, 4,000.
Delta 8222, Sangster approach identified. Expect the ILS runway 7 approach. Riptide 126, turn left heading 115. Descend 3,000.
Yeah, left turn 115, 3,000 on the altitude, Riptide 126. 115 and heading 3,000 on the altitude. Let's go. Level change. Alright, we're going to start slowing the aircraft down. 190 on the speed.
Riptide 126, cancel speed restriction.
Yeah. Alright, canceling speed. Riptide 116. Go. Descend. You son of a... Here comes the gear. Flaps 5, 180. Suck. Come on, baby, get there. Give her all she's got, Captain. 33,000, 115. We're gonna be fine.
Turn right heading 105. Descend to 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 7 approach.
So this is really good. 2,100 feet.
Established. Cleared ILS runway 7, approach Delta 8222.
Gears out.
Riptide 126, 5 miles from Annapolis. Turn right heading 130. Descend 1,900 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 7 approach.
What? 25? We're not turning 130. Okay, we're going to turn 130 now. We'll descend down to 2,500. Riptide 126. 1,800. 1,900. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and arm. Nothing. There we go.
Riptide 126, contact Sangster Tower on 118.75. When established.
118.75 when established. Thanks.
Caution, terrain.
Raj. 170 on speed. We're established. Sangster Tower, Riptide 126, established. Runway 7.
Riptide 126, Sangster Tower, Roger. Continue approach runway 07.
Change approach 07, thanks. Flaps 15. I got a target there. I got to start slowing down. Runway's in sight. Wind's coming out. Flaps are 15. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brakes. They're armed. I'm starting to slow down. I'm trying to get some spacing. We got about 5 miles, 3.5 miles in tow. Got traffic in front of me. Let's go ref speed right now. I know it's a little on the slow side, but I want to slow up for that traffic. Flaps are coming 30. Flaps 30, landing checks. Really good. Speed brakes arm, green light. Landing gear down 3 green. And finally, flaps 30, 30 with the green. Landing check is complete. I'm going to take over. Let's pull up to the bumper. Alright, my aircraft. I've got the speed correcting. There we are. It's an awful lot of thrust.
Approaching runway 7.
Yes, sir.
Riptide 126, runway 07, winds 100 at 7. Clear to land.
Cover the winds, clear to land, Riptide 126.
Approaching 07.
On the high side, but that's okay. Slightly high, that's fine. Now we're on the marks. Okay, I'm going to cheat. There's nothing between us and the runway, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. We're going to do a little, not a duck under. We're just going to, I'm going to shift my my float, my land point to the piano keys right after the numbers, right there. I'm going to hold that. That's what I want.
Check. 50.
Okay, I'm going to transition.
10.
Look out. A little bit of wing, a little bit of rudder. Go. Reversers. Get the nose gear down. Let it roll out. Let it roll all the way. Get off the brakes. Can't get off on Bravo. That's broken. Gotta keep going. That's why I'm off the brakes early, folks. Welcome to Jamaica. Awesome. That was fun. Nice little, I love those curves.
Contact ground on 121.7.
Alright, over the ground, 121.7, thanks. Get off the runway first.
2,000 feet remaining.
Flaps up. Okay, get off here, and then we'll cruise on in. Lights coming off.
Frontier Flight 124 holding short 07, ready for deployment.
Alright, that's off, that's on. Sangster, ground, Riptide, 126 on Alpha. Looking to taxi the gate. That's off. Flight directors.
Riptide 126, thanks to ground, taxi to Terminal Gate 7 via Alpha Foxtrot. Good day.
Over to Terminal Alpha Fox. We'll see you, Riptide 126. APU's coming on. Wing lights off, taxi lights on. Heat is off, probe heat is off. Make sure that's good, good. Alright guys, what you think? Pretty fun. I love those curveballs and they're playing with speeds like that. Normally I wouldn't have popped out flaps 5, but I needed drag, so the speed brakes alone wouldn't have done that. And I didn't want to throw the gear down yet. I mean, I could have. Slam dunk, I would have, but it's all good. It worked. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but whatever. Alright, coming on the bus. APU's online. Weather radar's off. Look at this bird right there. See ya. Frontier. Alright, I'm gonna shut down number 2 here in just a minute. Gating me on Alpha 2. GSX, let's pull that. Let's tell him the gate. I think it's 2. Ah, lovely. Well, what you guys think? I think a threat was slam dunks. They put a lot of pressure on that stinking, on that thing, didn't they? Crazy. A few comments here while we taxi. Welcome to my world. Yeah, I'm sure, Chris. It's lots of fun when they do that crap to you. They try to sequence you in, and you know, at least on the 3.7, you can just throw the friggin' gear down and all that drag. Like Vegas is notorious for that crap sometimes. I think that United's at my gate. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Gate 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it's at my gate. Dang it. shutdown number 2. Number 2 is closed. ISO valve closed. APU coming on. Actually, ISO valve auto. What was I turning an MD-80? Holy smokes. I pushed everybody to one side of the airplane. If they weren't airsick, they are now after that turn. Alright, brakes are on. Here we go. Brakes. We're on the bus. Off. Seatbelts. Get off my plane. Packs are good. APU bleeds on. We'll shut down the beacon light and we're going to turn off the electric pumps and of course our fuel. All off except one pump for the APU, and taxi's off. I blinded the guy. That's it. Get off my aircraft. Let's go ahead and deplane everyone. We are done. Pretty good. Request deboarding. All right, let me get to your comments now that I'm parked. We'll get everything done. Let's go outside. Let's see. I love a 600. 600 is awesome. Little rocket here. Oh, that's weird. Jetway doesn't connect. Strange. That's what I said. Deboarding. And then we're gonna go to yes. Request ground power. And we're gonna go here. I'll click ground ops. Doors are coming open. Good. All right, comments. What do we got? Mike says threat, caution, Air Force being flown erratically, pilots learn to fly. Oh, good. Speed brakes, full flaps, drop the gear, and then they'll fly right past you. That's exactly what happens. Luke, stay on target. Stay on target. I'll keep my eyes open. Just cannot watch this. Oh, shoot. Wait, Chris? I don't know why that was, yeah, it's all good. I don't know. That's weird, Chris. I don't know why your thing went away. I don't know what happened. Sean, Chris is a good friend of mine, buddy. I don't know what happened, why he's getting silenced. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, he's a good friend. Let's do this ground power right there. We're gonna do packs off. Let's get let's shut down the packs now. And APU bleeds coming off. There we are. And then we'll get the ground power hooked up. And we'll go chalk set and air conditioning requested. Our GPU should be on the airplane. Ground power is not on the airplane. I requested it. I'm burning the APU, and that's the last thing I want to do is burn more fuel. So I'm trying to get it shut down. Where is it? I'm looking for a ground power. Okay, it's coming on the line. And APU is coming off. Stop burning my fuel, please. That's done, that's done, that's done. Well, folks, what do you think? Let's open the flight deck door and get yelled at from the passengers. I don't know how soft that landing was, but it looked like it was right on the dang buttons for me. There's some gnarly looking people coming out of here. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing booked so we can get paid and the flight. That's it. Done deal. Let's give a hand for Jason, Navigraph, and Navigraph tonight's stream. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It's always fun to fly a place where you don't get to often. You know, I love this airport. Jamaica's really cool. I wish I was going there. I wish I was there now. I'd be on the beach. Listen to some reggae. Jamming. All right, there's the APU. It's off. Good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this ride, guys. So, you know, another coastal flight. This is what we do all the time at the airline here. Just burning holes in the skies. It's fun. I haven't flown the 737 in a minute, so it's been quite fun trying to field the speed restrictions. My gosh, they just keep coming. That was fun. It was fun when that was say intention, so it was really cool. Say intentions can throw curves like that at you. We were trying to sequence you. You saw that traffic in front of us, so we were trying to get sequence to them. You know, normally technique in a 7.3, you pop the gear and then you slap the flaps out, but because we were so high and so far away, I was like, man, if I get all that drag out now, we're just gonna be burning a lot of gas. And so I elected to go flaps 5, then I brought it up to flaps 1 just to keep it right at flat maneuvering speed at that 200 knot range. So that's kind of why I did what I did. You know, we got her here, we got it done, and we got it configured and ready to go, and a stable approach at that. So I think it was successful with all those restrictions, so it's good to go. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. I think I'm here next week. It'll be next Friday. I would love to know what you want to see next week. We could do an A220, and you guys could rage bait me as I try to freaking not pull my hair out with the computers on that aircraft, but we can try it. How's that? Just big old try. And there's something very exciting coming September the 8th on the Navigraph blogs. So if you are not a Navigraph, you don't have to be a subscriber for it, but you should subscribe for the newsletter. It's a free newsletter that we send out monthly, and there is going to be a super shocker surprise for the whole entire community. It's an exclusive, and nobody has seen this in depth yet, of a beautiful airplane in development. I won't mention their name, but it starts with a B and ends with a B. It's coming. Just sneak peek. It's going to be this month, well, September. It'll be September. And I'm looking forward to getting that out to all of you for the AirAC. It's going to be a really cool AirAC release because you're going to see an in-depth look on the beautiful aircraft that is the 757. It's an exclusive look, guys. You're going to see it. The whole community is going to see in depth on what they're cooking up. And I think you guys are going to love it because you know something? I love that airplane. I think it's one of the best airplanes I've ever flown. Matter of fact, it's going to surpass the 737. So it's a very capable aircraft, and it can do a crap ton of stuff. So that is it. We will see you guys next week. You got to look for that newsletter. Make sure you sign up. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be awesome in September. Not the release of the jet, guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the newsletter. It's going to be a blog. It's awesome. Can't wait to see it. Okay, guys, we will see you. Sorry about that. My phone was in my pocket. Bumped the chat. No, you're good. You're good, Sean. I was like, what the crap? I'm like, Chris has full authority to roast me at any time. That is his job. His job is to roast this guy. All right, guys, we'll see you on the flip. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. I almost said something else. Ciao for now.
Touchdown at sunrise, wheels on the sand, mapped every mile with a steady hand, uniformed and slide. We're clearing the haze from mountain high runway.